So this for each loop container, and the collection is, so this is the folder path. And so what is our agenda? So our goal is, there are two files in one of the folder. Okay, that is MSBA folder. Under this folder, under source, I have, I think not here, desktop. Yes, it's a folder, source folder. Where is that source folder? Yes, this is the folder. In this folder I have two files, emp1 and emp2. So these two files I want to load into this table. BA demo. So that table name is, so we'll check, select star from emp underscore SSIS truncate table emp underscore SSIS, right? I have truncated, nothing is there. Okay, so this is the folder path where you have put your files. And so this is the type of files you are going to retrieve, and in this variable you have saved everything. Okay, whatever the file path it is coming for each iteration, you have saved in that folder. So come to data flow task. Okay, so if you are coming to here, this is the Excel file, this is the data conversion. Okay, and in the Excel, so this is the connection, that connection name is Excel connection manager, right? So what we did here, so for this Excel connection manager, under the properties, go to expressions. Okay, and this Excel file path you have to give this file name. Okay, this variable name you have to give. Okay, so what is that variable name? And also you have to give, for this data flow task, delay validation true. Okay, right. So now I'm going to execute this one. Right, getting success. We'll check whether the data is loaded, right? So this is a first file data and this is second file data. What I did here, I have taken one for each loop container, and in the collections, that is for each file enumerator, and in the variable mappings I have in the collections only that folder path you have to give, and what kind of files you are going to load, and whether you are going to retrieve the full qualified, that means it will take this and the file name path and it will put into this variable. Okay, and inside this data flow task I have taken Excel source, data conversion, transformation, and this is the destination, right? So for this connection, Excel connection manager, I want to make that file path as a dynamic. How you can do? Right click, properties, come to expressions. Under the expression, the property you have to take Excel file path. Okay, and the expression you have to give that variable as this variable, whatever the variable you are getting from here, this variable path you have given. So in this way we can load multiple Excel files data into one table. Okay, right. So now I want to zip. I want to zip a file. How you can zip a file, right? So for example, I have one Excel file or any file in a folder. So I want to zip that file. How to do that? So for that I'm going to use execute process task. There is one task, that is execute process task. Okay, right. So by using these tasks I can zip a file, right? So come to process, and this is the executable. Executable means, for example, if you want to zip any file, definitely you have to you have that executable file, right? That executable means, so in which format you are going to zip and which tool you are going to use to zip this file, that is 7G, or there are different kind of zip tools, right. So I have in my machine, that is come to see. Yes, 7G zip. Okay, and which executable you are going to use? 7g.exe. Okay, this is the executable path. See, program files 7zip 7g.exe. Okay, that executable you have to give there. Okay, right. So what about this argument section? In this argument section you have to give the path. Okay, some syntax you have to give, and I have already that syntaxes. Right, if you see, this is the command I'm going to write down there. I will explain you what exactly. Okay, right. See, so the argument a you have to put. Okay, this is the way you are going to zip a file. The argument you have to put a, and this path. Okay, this path is your target path. How you are going to zip a file, and what is the name you are going to give that zip file. Okay, after you are converting this file, the file location is this one. In the C users this folder desktop MSBI, in the source file you have delete.txt file is there. Okay, so this file I'm going to zip. So after zipping, where you are going to save here? That I am going to save in this folder, and that zip file name is done.zip. You can give any name. Okay, right. If you see in this folder, Control C. Do you have that delete dot file? You don't have, right? So I'm going to create one text file. Okay, delete.txt. Okay, this file I'm going to zip. After zipping, that file I'm going to name as done.zip. Got it? Right. So this file path, this folder path, you have to check whether this folder path is existing in your machine or not. Right, is there? Okay, but I have put this in a delete. I'm going to delete here. Okay, right. Now what I'm going to do here, so I want to take this command and I want to put it to here in argument section. Got it? Click OK, and now I'm going to execute. Okay, so actually this is the path, and the file is, where is the file? delete.txt. So this file I'm going to zip. After zipping, I want to see that file into this folder. That file name is done.zip. Okay, right. I'm going to execute this one. Right, this file is coming here, done.zip. If you want to give a different name, you can give the different name also. Okay, if you want to give a different name for that file name after zipping, so if you want to give this is delete only, you can give delete also. Click OK. See, delete.zip will come to here. See, this delete.zip file is coming. right? So you can open and you can see the file. Nothing is there, it's an empty file, right? For example, if you want to set up a password after you are zipping a file, okay, and if you want to open this file, you have to put one password. How we can arrange a password, okay, how we can arrange the password. So for that password you have to add this code, okay, for that password in the last you have to add this one. So this RAM is the password, so you can give any name, you can give any password or 9885, okay, and you have to copy this entire thing, control C, and put into this argument section, delete this argument section and copy it, okay. My password is 9885, click OK. Got it? Right. And that it's already there, right? I'm going to delete that one. So where we are going to keep this one into destination folder. So I'm going to delete this one, okay. Now I'm going to execute this one. Right, it is executed successfully. We'll check here. Yeah, the file name is done.zip, okay. If you're okay, right, I'm going to check here, desktop, MSPI, destination, sorry, desktop, MSPI, the destination. I'm going to delete this one, and now I'm going to execute one more time. We'll see first whether that path is correct or not, right? Destination done.zip, okay, and the password I have given 9885. Click OK. Now I'm going to execute. Right, that file is coming. See, if you are trying to open this file, what happen? It is asking password 9885. Okay, if you are giving wrong password, it is telling the password that you have typed is not correct. So you have to enter the password 9885. So if you observe, some of the Vodafone bills and bank statements will come with password. So this way they will arrange a password. Got it? So what is the syntax of this one? This zip execute process task. So you have to give the executable. So which executable it has to execute for to do this operation, okay, that is 7g.exe. so this is the zip file, okay, right. So after that, this is the syntax you have to write down, argument a, and this is the target folder path and file name, okay. This is the source folder path and file name. This delete dot text file is existing in this location, and this file I'm going to convert into zip file, and I'm going to put into this folder, okay, and the file name is done.zip, okay. And if you want to set up a password, you have to write down 9885 p double quotes, okay, 9885. Got it? So this way you can zip a file, right? So if you're sometimes you are getting unzip zip files, you have to do unzip. Got it? You have to do unzip. How you can do unzipping? So for unzipping also, I'm going to use the same execute process task, okay, right. So here also I'm going to take that executable name, so that is 7g.exe, okay. And in the argument section, what I'm going to pass here, So I'm going to give this argument. What exactly this argument? So the argument you have to put for unzipping is E, and the file path you have to give. Which file you are going to unzip? Okay, I am going to unzip this file only. Okay, I'm going to unzip this file. Okay, so this you have already zipped, right? So this file I'm going to unzip. Okay, so this you have to put inside this argument section. Okay, so in the working directory, you have to put this expression. What expression? So your destination, where you are going to put this one. In which folder? Your target folder. In which folder you are going to save that unzip file. Okay, click OK. So in this folder you have write desktop, source, not source, MSPI, and under the destination you have done.zip file. So I'm going to unzip this file, and I want to put in same location, right? I'm going to execute this one. Right, so if you want to unzip this one, you have to enter the password 9885. Got it? Because you have arranged a password for that file, right? Right, so where is that done file? Do we get? Right, we didn't get any hidden file, right? So I'm going to, for example, this is the file I'm going to do for this file. We'll see. Okay, this is the file. Okay, right, so this is the file I have in this location, source zip file. So this file I'm going to unzip, and I want to put into destination folder. Okay, right, so where is that destination folder? This is the destination folder. Okay, right. Oh, it's done. The file is text file, right? Delete file, so it's already done. Okay, that will check once again. So in this folder we have to get zip file. Source, this file we have to, oh, there is a lot of files inside this one. Okay, right, so this is a zip file, and this I want to unzip. Click OK, execute. Which folder we have to check? Destination folder, right? In the zip file, what is the file existing inside this one? In the source, that is dim customer.xls. Okay, so that we have to check dim customer. Yes, this is the file, dim customer.xls is coming. Got it? So the syntax of this one is the source, the executable you have to give Okay, and this is the argument is this path. Okay, the argument you have to put e for unzipping, and the zipped file folder path and file name. Okay, the zipped file path, and where you are going to save that location you have to give here after the unzipping. So in which location you are going to save that one. Okay, right. So this way you can zip and unzip a files. Okay, right. So the remaining session we will see some more task tomorrow. Okay, so there is some issue today, that's why we are not taking